Tick-tock, time is running too slow. I'm lost, don't know where to go. I'm lost, don't know where to go. I'm lost, don't know where to go.
Time doesn't exist, there's more to what we see. Let's sit down, talk about it, let's just call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T. Yo, 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 what's up, P.O.T heads?
Podcast.
I got another dope-ass episode for you guys, man. I got my boy right here in the house from Lazy Ass Pupils. He been doing some dope-ass shit. He also just came from the Bookclub Show, and he dropped some new music. But before I keep going, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Grony. I'm 1/3 of LAP, or Lazy Ass Pupils. And yeah, like as IQ Soul mentioned, we had that show at the book club. It was pretty lit. It was pretty cool. You know, shout out to you, bro, for at least organizing that show for us too. That was crazy. You know, there was a good show, good vibes, good people. Like it was good. It was a good time.
Yeah, bro. That shit was lit. That the fact that you guys are like, oh hell yeah, what? Man, fuck it. Let's light this bitch up.
Yeah, because we were surprised too. Like that the fact that it kind of seemed as if like book club, there was like a list of people, right? And book club was like, oh yeah, we want them to come.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just us, and I was like, dang, that's cool. I wasn't expecting that.
That's what's dope too. Like, it's just being able to have that access. Like, hey, fuck it, and just go for it. Fuck it, no matter what, you know. And that shit, everybody came through, man. That was a dope show.
No, it was amazing. Just because it was like a very good mesh of a lot of different types of music. And a lot of different types of sound, but like a very good environment.
That was the thing too, right? There was like the difference of music, but it still meshed together well.
Because Bravo's sound and like in the first set, was very instrumental, very melodic, had a lot of like heart to it too.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed his set. I was like,
was fucking lit, bro. He lit up that stage. I was like, man, we have to fucking snap. Because he just fucking...
He set the bar high.
He set the bar up here.
Way the fuck up here.
So now we're like, oh, shit. And bro, luckily everything just went well. And, bro, that was dope.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was... I got to meet a lot of awesome people, too. Right. That's where we met Noah, too. And Noah was doing his thing up there with the guitar. That was beautiful. I guess... Really, what I enjoy the most about the shows is just that feeling afterwards. Like, I know, like, I don't know, do you usually, like, feel any type of, like, are you nervous before you perform?
There is a little anticipation in me. I used to, I do get, it's a weird, not nervousness, but it's just like a lot of anticipation.
Yeah.
But I used to have a lot of the, like, before going up stage, like, I used to get nervous a lot.
Yeah.
And be going through my words and shit. And then just, I guess, a thing that I learned throughout doing, like, open mics and shit. And, you know, just freestyling. Like, you're just going to go up there and do whatever the fuck. They're going to like it regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are going to cheer regardless.
And once I realized that, I was like, oh... I just gotta go in, no matter what.
I need to get into that mentality, you know, because more often than not, like when we're about to perform, I usually, like leading up to it, that day leading up, I'll get not so much anxiety, but it's just like a little bit of like you said, anticipation.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, so much buildup, right?
But that's good because that makes it, that's what shows that you actually care. Mm-hmm. About what you're trying to do. Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to go up there, have people come out, and I'm just up there doing nothing.
Yeah, like a half-ass performance.
Or some bullshit. Right, yeah. No, hell no. I want people, when they see us, they're like, yo, I'll fucks with them, you know? And that's what happened, you know? Like, new people that got to see us and shit like that, they were like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was the dope part, man. That was fucking.
And that's like one of the best feelings. It's just that I always call it's that high after a show.
Yeah.
Like after you perform, it's like, all right, man, like man, we're good. We performed, we did our thing. We don't have to go up there again today. So like we could just watch everyone else perform, go crazy for them too. This is another thing I want to touch upon. At a performance or like at a show, I always like being that like part of that crowd that like even if I'm like the first one to perform, I'll stay there till the very end because I see it as like I notice like it's at some shows. It's towards the end. It's like almost no one's there because they probably just came to show up to see like maybe the first act or the second act.
Right.
But even if I am the first or second act, I like being there for the whole thing. Or or if we're the closers, I'll still show up there from the beginning. Be there in the crowd for like everyone else too. Then when we perform, I'm all fucking sweaty and shit, like hair's dripping, but I'm up there still, like because it's just the way I see it, it's like artist etiquette in a way. Like
yeah, because you have to show respect, right? Especially if you're on the same fucking card, on the same fucking show. Like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, I think that is sort of some type of respect, you know, because you do respect these artists that you're performing with and sharing the stage with.
Exactly.
You know? Hence why, like, when, you know, the opportunity was there, I was like, well, these are the people I would like there, you know, and boom. And they're like, okay, here. And boom, next thing you know, we're there and shit. That shit was fucking dope.
Yeah, that was beautiful, dude. The fact that you managed to, like, pull that whole show together
Which is crazy. Remember, because we were sort of talking about that shit on the way here.
Yeah.
Like, how shit happens, bro.
Exactly. Like, at least, what we were talking about on the way here, too, was, like, that feeling, or, like, at least what makes a good performer in a show. And it's something I want to work on a lot, too, as an artist, is getting that crowd involvement. You know, like, you say something to the crowd, like, when I say something, you say blah, and, you know, and then, like, it just goes back and forth, or, because I noticed, like, in the show today, the crowd wasn't, like, they weren't too much into it. Like, you know, we had some people bobbing their head, whatever. But then, it's Envy, right? Envy in the booth?
Yeah.
So she was just like, oh, I need y'all to give me some more energy, blah, blah, blah. So she was like saying things and like getting the crowd more involved. And then I felt good. I was like, dude, I'm part of like this. I'm part of this interaction. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's what a performance in the end has to kind of be. It's like an interaction that you have with the crowd. Yeah. It's not so much like, I'm just going to prance around on stage and you're just going to watch me. You know, it's like, no, I want this to be an experience for you. Exactly. I want like you to feel what I'm feeling.
I think that's where the artist meets his artistry. At that moment in time, are you really there because you're invested in your own art, or are you there for another reason? And it shows. It comes through. You know, and it, I guess sometimes even as a performer, people take time to develop that little one step, 2 step, or you do this or you do that. At this one moment, you're gonna say this or this and that. You know,
because it adds.
Yeah,
it all adds to that overall experience.
Yeah, because the thing is, a good performer, or I'm just, I guess, musician in general. Like when you're in that zone and people are fucking in that zone, it's sort of like we're all fucking in tune to this little wave that's happening, and everybody's sharing it, and next thing you know, you see everybody on the same rhythm going like this, or like somebody's going like, but it's the same fucking thing. And that's just so crazy how that shit happens.
As an artist, you want to see that. As an
artist, when you see that shit, bro, your soul just goes.
Yeah. Superman. You just feel invincible.
Yeah, Super Saiyan.
Yeah. Dude, that's one of the best feelings ever. It's just, I guess at the end of the day, it's like that's why we as artists do what we do.
Imagine if they made that shit into some type of capsule. Like, here you go, take this capsule and you're gonna feel what artists feel when they get that fucking biggest
that high. I mean,
Yes,
man, they
bro.
probably do already have capsules for something like that feeling, but
they're gonna have fucking the VR things. That's just gonna make you experience. That is crazy though. They say they have one that supposedly makes you experience psychedelic shit.
Like a VR experience, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Cause like
I don't think it's the same shit though.
I've had quite a few psychedelic experiences, but like I would have to see the VR and then I could compare and contrast.
Yeah,
You know, but each psychedelic experience, it's like it all was the same core experience, but a different flavor. You know, they're all a little different. Even if you take like say acid or you take shrooms. I mean, I remember once back during the pandemic, there was like a whole week that I just did psychedelics every day.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was dude. It was a pretty interesting week,
trip, bro.
Yeah, man. Like I would wake up.
That world. I don't know, man. I think it's just my theory, bro. It's just my thought. Please take it with a grain of salt or sugar, whatever the fuck. But I think that the dream world is a bit connected to the psychedelic world.
Most definitely.
We tap into that. It sort of like overlaps. And when you go to sleep, you sort of go back to that world. And when you take a nice good trip, you sort of go and they sort of overlap each other.
It's a subconscious world. So what it is, it's like there's our mind. And it operates on how, on a surface level, it operates like I'm able to talk into this microphone. You're able to hear what I'm saying, and we're able to understand each other. I can pick up this cup. I can set it down. I feel it. My senses are telling me what everything is. But in the subconscious world, it's a lot more nuance, I guess I could say. It's interesting because
that's where the time doesn't exist, bro.
Exactly, because we're connected in the subconscious world. Because in my mind, I have an image of who you are as a person, a reflection almost, and then you in your mind have an image of who I am. So whenever you do dream something, or if you do have a psychedelic experience, and say you think about this one person, or you see this one person in your dreams, it's because you're seeing that that like mental image that you have of that person.
Right.
And so in a way, we all leave an imprint on each other, so we're all like subconsciously impacted by each other.
Also, bro, what's crazy is that there's a discrepancy between your decisions and when you make that decision.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Yeah,
so there's
true.
Like about a 2 point something second discrepancy. So I already made the decision of picking this shit up 2 seconds ago before I even did that fucking motion.
But your mind was like,
but it's already decided, and so they say they did some study and shit where like they will make people solve something, and in their mind it was already solved, but when they finally went and pressed the button, there was a discrepancy.
There's like a little lag.
So there's a lag between our decisions and when you actually make them. So what is that?
Buffering.
We're running on the system and shit.
Yeah, we're running on outdated systems. You know, it could just be buffering. It's like I think it's just because there's so many nerves and so much blood going through our veins and like so much going on already, just without us actively acting on it, that if we think about doing something, there has to be like a message that travels all the way through, and then it tells each individual muscle like, okay, lift this part of the arm, lift this part of the arm, lift the hand, lift the fingers, and then grab this thing. So it's like a constant relay of messages, and like everything just needs to go right.
The fucking most amazing thing to me, bro, is all animals, everything that exists has some type of consciousness, right?
Yes.
But the level of intelligence within that consciousness allows you to reach higher levels of consciousness.
Yeah, I agree.
And you could connect with animals and shit through that consciousness, especially if you just came off of a good ass allegedly mushroom trip.
Allegedly.
If you come off of a good like nice one on like that next day, you go to some nature and shit, and those animals are just, you feel them. They feel you, and
you feel a lot more
the
connected.
trees feel you. You feel them.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have access to that world. But
that's true. There's very rarely moments where I feel it, but they're there. You know, so like I always used to think it would only be through psychedelics that you feel it, but there's ways that you can kind of train your brain not to focus so much on thinking, but rather just observing. So when you observe everything, that's when you start feeling that sense of like everything is connected.
right, because when you go to like forest preserve and shit, and you just walk around, bro, and you don't even have your phone out or anything. You're just walking around and just enjoying that shit. It is weird, and even if you're not even tripping, even if you haven't done shit or smoked nothing,
Exactly.
just sober as fuck, walk through the forest, you have some sort of euphoria a bit. It's not as much as but it's something there.
You can train yourself to make it more intense.
Yeah.
So one thing I did before is I was really diving into the power of like the mind and what the mind can do and how you can like calm yourself down and how you could really become a master of your mind.
Right.
So one thing I used to do was I do this meditation where I'd sit in the forest, then I'd like sit down on like a bench or something.
Ooh.
And then I'd feel the wind, and then I'd smell the air. I'd listen to everything going on around me. I'd imagine the gravity of my body pushing down on the bench, but then the opposite reaction of the bench supporting like me and holding me up. So I would like sit there and really observe that, feel it, and think it to the point where like every little sound was like a little like an added instrument to the orchestra of life. And it was a good experience, man. I was just sat there and I was like,
that's
wow.
What happens when you like read a good poem and shit.
Yeah.
And it's worded perfectly, and you could actually see what the fuck the writer was trying to convey.
You feel
and
that.
it's just words on a fucking paper. It's like black and white and shit, whatever. That's when I used to read that shit. But it was like that. It was just some fucking random ass letters, and you just reading them, and you're like, oh shit.
Like, this carries meaning. You know, I never understood that on how on why in school works were so important. Like, why did we have to read this book? What was so special about it? It's just a book. But then when you look into it now as someone that appreciates more like art, appreciates more subtleties, you know, now as an adult, you could read into it and be like, wow, this is beautiful. Like, this talks about X, Y, and Z without even talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, even when, like you mentioned, a poem, I like reading haikus, and I even write my own haikus.
Right.
So then, to me, they're simple observations of the world, but each line gives what you're observing an emotion and a feeling.
Yeah.
Like, it could either be a feeling of joy, liberation, sorrow, melancholy. It all depends on what it is you're seeing and how you're describing it. You know, like, it's like poetry is beautiful.
It's weird that fucking words have that much power.
It's because we give it power.
And it's just a few letters put together that make that word, and now you put those words in a sequence. Now it makes a sentence. And it's so on and so forth, because it becomes a paragraph to a book or whatever the fuck.
To a paragraph, to like a page, to a book, to a series.
Yeah.
Like, it's all just...
Good literature, bro, is fucking crazy. I don't think people even appreciate literature anymore.
Nowadays, not anymore. You know, I feel like nowadays it's more... everything's so quick. Everything's so rapid, short form content.
That's why, like, with lyrics and shit, when I'm listening to someone, like an artist, I'm listening to the lyric. I'm listening to the beat, everything, the flow, all that shit. But if an artist could give me some imagery or some dope ass lyrics type shit, I'll like, ooh.
See, that's what I like about your works, bro. Like, you basically tell, like, I could follow what you're saying, like, word for word and bar for bar, you know? It's like, whatever you're describing, you use various ways of describing it, and it's like, I could see it. It's like, it's good
I
imagery.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, that's the fun thing about artistry, or at least, like, just making music, too, in general. It's just the lyrics. What do you want to say, and how do you want to say it? Because one thing James said before was, everything that had to be said in the song has already been said. But now it's just a matter of how are you going to say it.
Because, if you think about it, most songs have already been written.
Mm-hmm. They're even being rewritten.
It's just it's a variation of a variation of a variation. And it's just everyone has their own interpretation of what this fucking life is. And and that's why I think that true artists, in my opinion, are the ones that are able to bring you through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're able to break through, not only through the words and the music, but you're able to touch that person and you make them feel some shit, even if as long as they, and
as long as they feel something.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's people that maybe all they want to feel is excitement to go out for the weekend. You know, there's artists that touch those people. There's artists that got those songs about going out and, like, going to the club or going out to like the function or whatever. You know, there's songs for that. But then you got people that lost a loved one. There's songs that reach out and touch them too. You know, that's the beauty about music. It's not just one flavor. Like, you got a little bit of everything to feed the soul.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I do think music does feed the soul.
That's why that's why this money shit makes music, it just muddles it.
It perverts it.
Yeah, it just makes it more fake. It makes it more, well, I'm not gonna say fake. Maybe it just makes it more commercial.
Actually, fake would be a good word. And the only reason I would say that is because, like, what the money does, the money aspect of it is, you have artists that flash money.
Yeah.
Then you have people that only go into music to make money. So then at the end of the day, it's like the music isn't even the subject matter anymore. It's the money.
Yeah.
So that it is fake. I would say it's like a false image
of what. Well, and that's why I'm saying the lyrics wise, because if an artist is able to still do that, even though you're at that cusp, and you're able to, like, an artist I appreciate is like J. Cole or some shit.
Oh yeah.
The
strong
those
lyricism,
words, bro. It's just like
a story.
I'm talking about, like, new artists. And then you go back to, like, Nas and shit like that, and it's just that fucking imagery, bro. That fucking boom, boom, boom. Each word is just perfectly pop, 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 put right next to one another. You listen to, like, the early shit of Eminem, like, maybe not the second album or some shit, and that one, bro. Every word is just pop, pop,
like, it is. It's almost as if every word is intentionally placed there.
Yeah.
Not even like it's not even a thought that he was writing out or they were writing out. Well, it's like a thought, but then refined to the point where it's like, I want this word after this word because these two syllables sound hard as fuck going right after these two syllables. Or maybe I like this word, but this synonym for this word hits a lot harder, so I'll use this.
And it makes more sense with the fuck, and so with your writing and shit, would you say that you feel it's already written somewhere and you just tapped into it? Or you feel that you created by also just, it's already there, but you're just bringing it down to earth?
For me, it's kind of like as it goes. So it's if I'm writing a song or I'm writing lyrics to a song, we'll probably already have a beat done. and then we're just talking about like, all right, what do we want to talk about? What do we want this song to be about? So then when I actually start writing, the hardest part is getting the first line. For me, the hardest part is always getting the first line, because that sets the tone on how my verse is gonna start, what it's gonna say, how intense it's gonna be, how I'm gonna deliver it. Because just that first line is gonna say, okay, is this soft? Is this hard? Is this fast? How many syllables are gonna be here? How is the cadence? Then from there,
that's what I appreciate about your writing, bro. Is your cadence. And the way you, cause like the way you did on SWS, bro, you counted and then you switched it up, and bro,
I like doing switch ups in there.
Yeah, and it's just you know, even with the ad libs and all that shit, that shit just, bro, that shit went hard.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And that's the process that goes into it, because I like to think about like how I'm gonna deliver it, and then what I'm gonna say. First line sets that tone, right? As I go, now it's an issue of, now I know that what I'm saying, and I know what words I want to rhyme. What other little elements do I want to play with within that verse or within that bar? Like I could have like maybe a double entendre, if anything, or I could have. I like using what's it called? I think it's called assonance, where you have a lot of like repeating consonant sounds. So like the blue brick house broke, like what, you know, like it's like a lot of like BR BR BR.
Right.
So I like doing that in the verses too, just so like it can sound like a little.
If you add alliteration to that shit.
Yeah, there we go. It might just be alliteration. I think you might be right. I might just be wrong.
No, but no, you're right, because you're doing alliteration is with the same letter. Mm-hmm. And though you were doing it with the first sounding of the word, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I'm saying if you add that both of those.
Oh yeah, that's like a dynamic duo right there.
Sequence. Damn, because. Oh, bro! If we get deep into writing, sometimes the way you ride the beat is what makes your words come through.
Cause the beat itself, I always see it as like a playground. You know, like
and you're just trying to fucking ride this motherfucker.
You gotta maneuver it.
You just gotta go through it. And I think I think it takes years to learn that shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Because when I first started, I would just go and like I would put too many words and sentences, and my shit was a little bit off.
And then having to perform that is like,
it's hard
because you run out of breath. Because at that time, like you know you can take takes, so you're just like, all right,
like stop, every 4 bars or some bullshit, yeah.
And then like you're winded.
Sorry for the nerd talk, y'all.
Oh yeah, those are no.
Yeah, but that's the dope shit about knowing other artists. Mm-hmm. I always fucking find it amazing. Like, what's your process and shit? Oh, I do this shit. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, like this is my approach to it. You know, this is the roadblocks I run into.
Because everyone has a focal point into this reality.
Yes.
Everyone is their own little universe, and everyone has their own little energy. And that's why when you're around good people and they have good energy, you feel good. And those little universes could fucking intertwine with one another.
It's like the energy field you emit. Yeah, it meshes well with
and it comes back as good. And you're like, yeah, let's go. Let's do more of this shit, you know? And that's what's like, yo, it just and I find that amazing in an artist.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just like being able to know how you put your shit together. It just helps me because it gives me another perspective. Because sometimes you're not open to other people's shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're like, I don't care about your point of view. I got this shit done. I know what I'm doing.
I got my method that works. Why the fuck do I need to reinvent the wheel?
To your shit, yeah. But when you stay open and recognize that everyone has a fucking point of view into this shit, this reality has so many fucking wormholes, and those wormholes are our eyes, because it's so weird that sometimes you could feel someone watching you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you look and they're like, they
And
look
they're
away
like,
real
oh,
quick.
shit.
Yeah, dude, I know exactly what you mean. Bro, that's wild. So, with that, we are all the universe experiencing itself. You know, we all have our own thing going on up here, maybe in here. Like it's just a whole we're our own interpretation of what the world is, right? So we are like our own focal point into reality.
Yeah.
But with that, we are also our own transmitter of reality. Meaning that like I was reading this book. What was it? It was by Rick Rubin. It's called The Creative Act, and in that book, he describes what the role of an artist is to take some message or some signal from what he calls source, or you can call the universe or the world, God, like whatever you choose.
It's crazy because I've said that here before. That, well, go ahead.
But yeah, exactly.
Bro. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like you receive that, and then it's your job as that transmuter to turn it into something physical.
Yeah.
Be it sound, be it something visual, clothing, visual, or like a painting, like anything, like clay, pottery. You're the one creating. That image is here because you saw it somewhere. It formed a thought or idea, and then it turned into actions with your hands, with your voice, with your eyes, like with even your taste buds. Culinary arts are that's an art itself too.
It's crazy because I feel that the whole system that's before us is placed to displace us from connecting to the source.
Because we used to be connected to source so like
when we were
amazingly.
Because we all, you know, they say we all came from Africa type shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we were in those times, when we were those type of humans, it seems like we were connected to the whole world differently.
No, most definitely. The pyramids themselves are oriented almost like a compass for the earth. Like the way it's pointing,
Right.
it's like pointing a true north. And it's only off by maybe like fractions of a degree.
And it has the measurements of the circumference.
Of the earth, and then like the Sphinx itself lines up with certain constellations.
How can you fucking know that? Living in a fucking little spot of a fucking earth. Earth is so fucking big. How do you know the circumference of the earth if you're just in this little patch of earth?
Exactly.
There was no planes, there was no satellites. Now we got fucking satellites measuring every fucking little thing.
And even then, it takes a while to get the results.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes you to the wrong little turn, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just the system that has been placed before us, bro. It just it's removed that magic from us connecting to Earth. And sometimes, bro, sometimes I disconnect for sure. Like I turn my shit off, my phone, leave it off for like an hour or two.
You have to.
And I just chill the fuck out. And bro, things feel so different when you're connected to the actual reality. Because like I was saying, like we're all this fucking little universe, and life itself is just fucking here's access to this reality. That's what life is.
They're here. Enjoy it. Experience it. And
do
then
something with it, and you owe it to the world to give it that art, that song, whatnot.
Because right now you have this false reality that's here. This is what'll take your time. What'll take your creativity. It'll take most of like whatever drive you have. Because you could just sit there and scroll for hours.
Easy, and it feels. At the moment in time, bro. At the moment in time, you're like, oh shit,
this is funny. Damn, she bad.
You're just looking. Shit, like this, but and next thing you know, you're like half hour, 45 minutes, and you're like, oh shit.
You could have locked in. Could have done something.
What the fuck am I doing?
I'm guilty of that for sure.
That shit's so weird, bro. And it's just starting.
Then if you have the glasses too, like you're gonna actively choose not to be in reality.
In reality at all.
So like you said, there's systems in place before us that want us to not be in tune with reality. That would be this. That would
The
be
humanism, the exchanging, because we're exchanging energy, sort of, in a way, right?
Yeah. It's a
There's a
conversation. There's
conversation.
energy in
It's a
that.
thought process that we're both. Our brains are activated like a motherfucker, thinking about whatever the fuck it is, and extensionally we're out here, boom, looking at this back and forth, and we're just exchanging thought process waves, and somehow we understand each other.
Yeah. Because it's we're both open-minded is what it is. Because there's some people that have their interpretation of reality, and that's it.
Yeah,
You can't tell them anything
it's this
else.
way and no other way.
And if they can't explain it, then it doesn't exist. And that's all it is.
Yeah,
But for us, as if we can't explain something, then it's like, well, why?
Well, why?
And now we want to investigate it a bit more.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to inquisitively inquire.
That's why I like fucking quantum physics and all that shit, bro. Because every time they make another finding, it's like, what the fuck?
Dude, because we learn less and less by learning more and more of how this earth works and how our reality works. The more we learn, literally, the less we know.
That shit don't even make fucking sense. You telling me that protons and all that shit, they could exist and not exist at the same time?
Yeah. So I think the biggest one for me that like kind of fucked me up was the observed particle theory, where you have
observer.
When there's an observer, it acts one way,
changes.
And if there's no observer, it acts a different way. Even if the observer's watching through a camera in a different room, it knows it's being observed.
Somehow, bro. I think life itself works that way.
Well, it does.
Okay, so I'm about to sound weird as fuck, right?
No, that's the people. If people think you sound weird or crazy, those are usually the people that are telling the truth. Like if you're saying some truth that doesn't align with what everyone else thinks is the truth, they'll label you as crazy. But in reality, it's those people that you need to listen to, because like sometimes the most off the wall ideas are the ones that are actually true. But
so the observer thing, right? Is once the observer looks at something, it collapses the wave and it makes the happening of whatever it is. And that's when the particle chooses to exist or not exist in this part of the world, the existence of the universe, right? So I think that it happens with life itself. Sometimes when I see a type of future or something that's gonna happen, when I keep it to myself and just move forward, and then it happens, I'm like, oh shit, it happened. But sometimes and it's not all the time, but sometimes if I do share it with someone, it collapses it.
Yeah. Actually, now that you mention that, I need to get into this habit of not saying shit, because that's happened to me many times. Like I get a strong feeling about something, and usually if I like don't say anything and just let it ride out, it works out. But if I share it with somebody, even if I tell someone that I know is like very close to me, it still doesn't work out, or something like fucks it up. Something changes, and then like I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I was gonna sound weird saying this shit, but
it makes perfect sense.
It has happened to me, and it sounds so weird because I know that shit's like woo woo woo, but sometimes I have gotten like a weird like premonition of something good or whatever the fuck is gonna happen here. And sometimes I keep it to myself, and I'm like, all right, let's move on. And I'm like, oh shit.
It's probably why they say we should move in silence.
Yeah, I guess so, because they do. I don't know what the fuck this life is, bro. I don't know. All I have gathered from everything that I've ever studied is energy.
Yeah. It's most definitely energy. Like it's the energy that we give it is the energy we get back. So the way that we interact with this world is the way the world is going to interact with us. If we tend to be very closed off and secure, then the world's not going to open up any opportunities. If we tend to be more adventurous, the world is going to offer adventure. If we tend to be more curious, the world is gonna offer questions.
Yeah,
So
or answers. Yeah.
so it's kind of it's beautiful, but
Yeah.
it's really whatever you have here is what you're gonna experience out there.
Yeah.
You know, that's
That's what allows you to being open minded. Allows you. It just gives you more opportunities and shit.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's probably
man.
where that morphic resonance comes from. Which is one of the weirdest things where they'll test some rats about some mace or some bullshit, and then somehow them learning that the next rats already know the maze, and they don't have no connection.
Or I think like another example of that was like, didn't they show one group of monkeys how to do something, but not another one?
Not another one, but because they already knew somehow.
It translated and the other ones like learned it too or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just fucking. That's that thing that you were talking about, sort of like that we're all tapped into.
We're all tapped into each other. Yeah, we're all subconsciously connected because we're all exchanging energy constantly.
Yeah,
so whenever that energy is exchanged, there's ideas, there's experiences that get exchanged too. So then those get internalized whether we know it or not.
Yeah.
You know, like say someone tells you something like, oh, like, don't go down this street on a Friday because there's usually police that are there doing seatbelt checks. So then you might just be driving randomly, and then you just realize, oh, it's Friday. So I get out of work, whatever. I hit that street right away. I'm like, oh, he said not to go here. Let me get off here. And sure enough, you go on another street over, you look, and you see police there. So it's like a shared experience and a shared story, shared conversation led to me adopting something else.
Yeah, which is crazy that fucking what memory is. They still haven't been able to know where the fuck memory is in the brain.
It's I like to think it's like iCloud, man. It's not.
But some people have more fucking capacity or some shit, bro.
Yeah, because it's not physically stored in here, but it's like,
you know what
there.
they say though, which is the weirdest thing I fucking found out or heard. They say that a phone will weigh more when you add, like when it's already almost full on memory.
Oh, what?
And I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
How?
Like, how is it loaded with shit?
It's a fucking software. It's a fucking it's already, but that's what.
But it weighs more. That's
you
crazy.
guys could look it up online. And,
please do.
And double check and comment on some bullshit. But that's what they say, bro. That if you take a new phone, all memory,
it's lighter.
It's lighter than when you put shit. That shit. I was like,
that makes sense.
What is information? What is ideas? How is our brain able to fucking tap into these fucking ideas and bring them forth to where I'm saying a sentence and putting it together and you're like, yeah, that shit make fucking sense. And then some people have some type of intellectual where they take those ideas and fucking even make them deeper.
I would think that the ideas are just out there and our brain just taps into it and pulls what it needs, and then once it's done using it, just lets it go for a bit, but it knows exactly where it is to grab it again. So it's strange. Or maybe it doesn't grab it the right way. You ever had a memory that was never true?
True, yeah. That's also weird, right?
Yeah, like as a kid,
is that from a dream or some shit?
Exactly. No, it's because as a kid you would think it's something that they'll tell you like, oh yeah, as a kid you did this. You heard it maybe once. So then your whole life you're thinking, oh yeah, as a kid I fucking danced with a mop. And then the whole time you're like, oh yeah, dance with a mop, dance with a mop, dance with a mop. And then eventually down the line, you tell someone like your parents or your uncle, like, hey, remember that time I danced with the mop? They're like, no, that was with the dog's like shit scooper. Like you weren't dancing with the mop. And you're like, what the fuck? The whole time, yeah.
It is crazy because they used to base court things depending on people's fucking memory. And it's like, nah, you can't.
They can't do that because memory is so spotty.
So, yeah, especially when drama is involved, it changes everything.
Because it charges the story. Because, like, let's say This actually happened when I got arrested. Like that's a whole story, but I didn't do anything technically wrong. I just missed a court date, and they had a warrant for my arrest. But the day I got arrested, I was describing it to my boy, right? And then I said, yeah, they just put me in cuffs, and then they threw me in the back of the car. But then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. They didn't throw me in there. They literally just opened the door and they allowed me to just get in. Like, they didn't throw me in there. It made it sound like the police department was bogus.
Doing some shit.
Yeah, no, but they were
yeah.
Despite everything, the police department was pretty cool. They brought me like food and stuff. Like,
oh, nice.
They didn't have to, because I was about to get out in like 20 minutes or so, but they still brought me shit. And I was like, all right,
fucking
cool.
Dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
So like, they just
that's a good interaction right there.
Yeah. You don't ever hear about good interaction with cops. It's because, like, the other thing is, like, you're not supposed to go in with bullshit either. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, yeah, when you get stopped, bro, just give them their respect. I mean, I know sometimes I've been part of the, racial profiling before, but most of the time, cops are cool, and they fucking, if you act cool, they act cool, and then boom, boom, boom. And
everyone's cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, they just told me, too, like, hey, man, we're sorry we had to do this, but it's because of the warrant, and that's it. So we have to actually, like, put you in a cell and stuff. And I was like, that's perfectly fine. Like, I don't mind. I understand it's part of the job. It's just another day.
What we going to do after this, boys?
Exactly.
But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, and we're going to do that song, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we'll be right back. And please, y'all.
All right.
I mean, I guess all I gotta say is if I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I have this hat?
Lord of mercy.
Lord of mercy.
You're dead.
So we're back. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Like,
dude, thank you for having me on the show, dude. It really means a lot.
Like, I always knew, like, we're gonna get in on some shit, and I know we could probably get in on some more, but
that just means it's got to be part 2, 3, 4, 5, the revenge, the return of the revenge.
We didn't even get into philosophers, bro.
Dang, for real. We kind of just left that one on the back burner.
Yeah,
that'll be for the next one, though.
We gotta talk about it, but you're gonna do this song. What is it called again?
This one's called Frenemies. It's spelled very, very weird, but it's called Frenemies.
Is it out?
Yes, this one's out on Spotify. It's out on Apple Music, all major sources. So the way it's spelled is F123N3I35. So it's just a whole bunch of weird stuff, but yeah, you can just find it easier just by searching me up there, just Grony, Grony. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So whenever you're ready, we can get into it.
So it came on, so we sort of stopped it real quick, but we're back, and he's going to do the song. And thank you so much, bro.
Anytime.
Search that up, guys. And here we go.
Let's get it. Around, I think I'm falling after you. Don't look down, I like it better when it's just me and you. When I'm fucked up, you're the one I wanna talk to. I'm stuck, I don't know, what should I do? No luck, can't you tell me that it's all okay? So I look for your smile in a dark room. I'm sure you're gone, I think it's time to pour another shot, anything to numb the pain. I got a drink in my hand and a heart full of memories. Trying to find the words, all I got is obscenities. How did we go from best friends to enemies? Now I'm sitting in my room staring out the fucking window, hoping that I see you but I only see the wind blow. Tick-tock, time is running too slow. I'm lost, don't know where to go. I'm lost, don't know where to go. me now, give me a sign so I know it's true. I don't like when my heart gets too demanding. I guess that's why I shouldn't lean on understanding. I keep flying cause I'm scared of the landing. All the fear that I got coming up to the surface. I'm really sorry cause I know you don't deserve this. Got me thinking, is it even worth it? Feelings come and go, can't take it anymore. Knocking at your door, I can feel the rain wash away the pain. I don't think that I can feel the same. I got a drink in my hand and a heart full of memories. Trying to find the words, all I got is obscenities. How did we go from best friends to enemies? Now I'm sitting in my room staring out the fucking window, hoping that I see you but I only see the wind blow. Tick-tock, time is running too slow. I'm lost, don't know where to go. I'm lost, don't know where to go. I'm lost, don't know where to go.
Yo,
Thank you, bro.
that shit was damn. That motherfucker's hype.
Thank you, bro. Yeah,
that shit just
it gets you moving, bro. It gets you
bro,
bouncy. If it gets you
perform
going,
this shit,
that one's gonna go crazy.
that's gonna go fuck. That's a dancer too.
That one.
I could see people just going. Bro,
I see flannels, beanies. I see everything, bro.
Just everybody just.
It's gonna be crazy,
bro. That
Bro.
shit, that flow too, bro.
Thank you, man. See,
Yeah.
bro, that one is different than what we normally do. Cause normally we would have like a lot of rap songs or at least what I used to do a lot was more predominantly rap music. But then this is just like, I want to go a different route. I want to get a little bit more creative. You know, so this was definitely one of those days. Didn't have anything to do. I'm like, I'm gonna make a song, and then all the guitar that you hear there was just me. I was just layering a bunch of stuff on top of each other.
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
that's fucking dope.
That song
so dope.
predominantly is just mainly like what I did. Like, not any samples or any other like pre-established songs or bits or sound bites or anything. This was just all me.
Maybe that's why it comes through more, bro. It's just like, oh,
yeah, it's raw energy. It's raw.
And everything, bro. Everything was just
no, it's because Chain actually did amazing, like with pimping the song out. Cause
okay.
there's always this like
shout out Chain.
He's
in the room.
He's right here taking pictures and videos. Shout out Chain. Love you, baby. But he just works wonders, man. Because the way the song first starts out, he can kind of fine tune it and finesse it so it sounds like a very nice polished version at the end. And the way he does is just phenomenal. So shout out him.
Yeah, that shit was dope, bro. But again, man, thank you so much for fucking coming through, bro. I'm glad we did this.
Thank you, brother.
There's a lot of more shit we still gotta touch on. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna need a part 2.
The part 2 coming soon.
But before every podcast finishes, do a little quick freestyle.
Alrighty,
so,
let's do it.
If you start it off, bro, I'll finish it off, and that's how we end this pod.
Sounds perfect.
All right, so I'm just gonna put some random ass shit, and hopefully it comes out good.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool. This sounds kind of cool, kind of funky. All my whole life I've been chunky. I've been the big boy, I've been the big guy. But look at me, now I'm on the P.O.T Podcast. Yeah, with my homie. Got IQ Soul in the booth right next to me. And we sipping, we chilling, we cooling. And we about to go party and bullshit and party and bullshit. But wait, we just did a little episode chilling in the room. Yeah, we on the go. I'm really not that good at freestyle. I just come up with words and I say it loud. But hear me out. I'm gonna be with my homies. We ain't chasing clout. We ain't going for none of that. We just wanna go to the top, to and back. Yeah, to the top and back, to the top and back.
To the top and back. To the top and back. To the top and back. Yeah, yeah. To the top and back. Yo. Alright. This like Molly. Chillin' with my boy Grony. You know, man, we getting grindy. Do shit, man, we fucking rhyming. But what the fuck is this fucking word? I don't know, but yo, this fucking nerd put this shit together through every letter. Like, what the fuck? This shit is like shred up. Come in for the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know, but yo, we did a lot of hurdles in this motherfucking life. And that's how we heard it, cause we fucking experienced this shit and make it into something sweet, something so fucking cool, man. He's in tune to the beat. Let's go fucking do this shit. 1, 2, 3. Tune like fucking Bugs Bunny. I fucking gotta go get my money. If not, then I hit that duck. Do this shit, man, you better duck, man. I never fucking go abrupt. Cause suddenly I've been fucking in tune to the consciousness. Fucking gotta stop this. Cause I don't believe in the mix of time. Do this shit, man, we just fucking rhyme. That's how we do, that's how we fucking in tune with the motherfucking mind like Zoom. Here we go, now we fucking groom this fucking thing, then we zoom into the waves going out to the infinity thing that I fucking made. I don't know, but yo, it just creates. G.O.D. look back like what's A. I fucking just chill on the pod with my boy like that. And we about to finish like this, like, yeah.
Yeah. About to finish like this.
Hey, gotta finish like this, like what?
About to finish like this. Oh man, that was clean.
Man, that was clean, bro. Thank you so much for fucking coming through again, man. I'm glad we did this.
Thank you, man, for having me on here.
You got any words to say before we end this?
Don't be afraid to be looked at in a weird way. Because at the end of the day, it's the weird people that end up doing incredible and extraordinary things in life. So don't be afraid to chase what you want to do. You could spend your whole life doing what everyone tells you to do, or you could spend your whole life doing what you want to do. And either way, you're going to end up in the same place at the end. So might as well have a little fun.
Yeah, I like that, bro. That's well put. I like that. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're still here tuning in with us, I just want to say peace, y'all. Spread love. And most of all, love each other, man.
Love each other. Ciao.